think to go back all the way to when I first started meditating, I was about 16 years old, and I wasn't satisfied with, and yet the teachings and the wisdoms of the people I was asking the hard questions to, like, why am I here? What are we all here for? And why are we learning all this stuff? And what where is meaning and purpose come from? And that was, I suppose, it led me to start inquiring for myself, and I started learning a bit of meditation techniques and learning to look at dreaming and my own inner world. And that's led me on a journey throughout my life exploring that. But it wasn't until much later in my 30s that I really discovered meditation after doing a long meditation retreat and got into a daily practice. And that really made a huge difference in my life. My business took off, everything flowed, everything was just every single day was in flow. And that was it was a massive shift in my life. Relationships, I was enjoying life, I was having a good time. And business grew and everything was looking great. But it's also been the opposite of that when I've dropped the meditation practice, and I've had periods where I've dropped it, that it's gone away and things have become chaotic again. And now I've come back to that practice again, and I'm very happily sort of finding the benefits of that again. So it's been a long journey with ups and downs, but it's an absolute must-have now every day.
Great.
How about you, Zoe?
So mine was, I dabbled. I sort of got introduced to meditation in 2003, and I was dabbling and not really having a consistent practice. And it wasn't until 2011, and I was at a time in my life where I had the same patterns and programs looping out, and I had that insight of it. And my children were 2 and 3, and I needed to make some really drastic changes. I felt my life was out of control. It felt like it was just spiraling, and it wasn't only just me that I had 2 children that were observing and watching and absorbing everything that I was doing. So it was that pivot point for me of learning how to put on my own oxygen mask, really starting to value myself. I found it really hard to set boundaries before then. And book timing for me, I was very much the people pleaser and doing things for others because that was my pattern playing out. So that's when I started consistently twice a day in 2011. And it started making me feel for those moments of peace, moments of, I called it my life raft, because, anyone that is a parent, you can relate, or, you're busy. The intensity of that, the stepping away was almost like me having time out for myself to then have these gaps in my day where I started to remember what it felt to be connected and to remember my true self. And it was this journey that then continued. It became my non-negotiable meeting with myself. Yeah, so ever since, consistently. And here we are.